Where I will go next is our other popular report, and that is our asset transaction report. So if I jump into my asset folder, I simply go to the transactions and I click the one report. What this report does is has all work orders that are tied to specific pieces of equipment in your facility. If it is air conditioners, air handlers, boilers, any type of equipment you have in the system. Just like the other report, we have different parameters, filters, and layouts for you, and they can be exported in the same manner. As always, we're going to choose what facility we're at for multiple locations, or for single, we can leave that as is. The start date is that date range. Simply put, I will move mine to November 1st of 2023. So I'm going to get 2 months worth of data for this one. The source is the type of work orders you're looking at. I want to look at everything, not just preventative maintenance. And I'm going to hit submit. It's going to give me my date range data. Now the filters here is where you're isolating that equipment. You can go by room number. You can go by area, task type, task class, even the asset code. So if you simply type it in, hit submit, it's going to bring up all of this asset's work orders. As you can see, I have 12 electrical work orders with this fridge. And because it's paginated, I have a page break and it shows the one general work order I have as well. Just like before on the layouts, we can change that to different items. We can go by area code. We can go asset class or asset code. The level, just like before, we can give all the details of everything that's happened. So you have a very detailed report on each work order of that equipment. We can scroll, it shows the cost that's associated with it, how much you've spent in parts, your labor costs, and then even your duration. Now, once you find a report that you like and you are getting the information that you need, we suggest actually scheduling that report. It's simple. It will land in your email address every designated day, so you don't have to go back in here and run the same report with different parameters. What you need to do to schedule is very simple. You go to the report that you like. If it has a clock icon, you get to simply click the clock and it's going to open the schedule for you. This is where we're going to start creating the schedule and when it fires off. I start with my schedule name. We want these named something that you will remember. So for this, it's going to be my monthly compliance report. I spell everything incorrectly. I can select what type it is, if it's paginated with the page breaks or continuous. I'm going to go for paginated just so I can scroll through the pages. Your location, just like before, if it's a single location only, you don't have to change this, but multis will to isolate specific locations. Your start date and end date, this is where we create the time schedule for this report. We'll start with the start date. Simply click the calendar. We're going to go to our template section. Okay. You see a nice long list where you get to, if it's a weekly report, you can choose these. For ours, we want to do a monthly report. So I'm going to do the first day of last month as my start date. So no matter what, the next month is going to draw the previous month's information. My end date, I'm going to go through the same process. I open it up, I go to my templated section, I go to my dropdown, and I scroll to the last day of last month. I then hit OK. Your source, the submitted work orders or the preventative maintenance. Because this is a compliance report, I'm going to run PMs only. If there are any other parameters you wanted to put on this report, you fill them out as is, simply click the buttons and bring in task type, location, room, etc. Once this is sorted, we're going to go to our publish. This is where you get to choose who is receiving this report. If it's for corporate level employees that need this every month, we can add their email in here as well, managers, or just yourself. You simply hit new, and the first item is you input the email address you want it sent to. I add a subject line. We want to make this easy to navigate so you can find it in your emails, right? So monthly finance report. And then beneath, we get to choose the format. I'm going to use the PDF format. It's the default selection, but you can scroll down and choose an Excel format if needed. Once these are filled out, you hit OK. And it's now added that email in with those parameters. The final place we go is our conditions. This is where the frequency comes into play. So you get to choose the time of day or your time zone, right? And then we're going to go to our time type and select run this task periodically, because I don't want this to run every single day. I get to choose my date. So I'm going to do monthly, and I'm going to do the first day of every 12 months. Once that's filled out, I finish. It's now been submitted, and it's now active. So when the first of the month arrives at 9 a.m., I will be receiving that report. You can see all your scheduled reports on the Scheduled Reports tab, and they are listed below. This is where you can run them right away. You can edit them, you can cancel them, start, stop, lots of options for you. Now, I know a lot of information has been kind of relayed here for reporting and scheduling. If anyone has any question or needs assistance scheduling these reports, we have our support line that's available Monday to Friday, 8:30 to 5 p.m. We also have our wiki help. This is a user guide, so available 24 hours a day. You're able to type in the reports, and it's going to give you some results where you can actually go through and get to what you need. So if it's a scheduled reports, it'll show you step by step on exactly what I just showed. But again, if you want assistance setting these up, you're actually able to contact us, our support line.